She mentioned something that made me smile. She said, do you know that even the small one I've taken, when I talk now, my friends will just be looking at me because now I am saying things they've never heard before. Well, how are you doing today? Welcome to this particular session. And today I'll be talking to you about the best source of information for your travel or study abroad process. All right. See, from time to time, being an education consultant, from time to time, people email me. In fact, this is almost every day. People email me or chat me up, and most times they have one or two questions on relocation abroad or study abroad, as the case may be. So, it just came to my mind that, wow, people are always in that vulnerable situation where they're looking for information, and we're talking about study abroad now. It could be for anything, but today we just want to narrow down on study abroad or travel abroad related thing. So let's assume that you come to ask me now, like let me just give example. Where do I get, or how do I come to Canada? And I tell you that right now, Canada is not taking people. You shouldn't really come. Right? Which obviously is a lie. So imagine I tell you that, and you now say, okay, that means, I asked one woman, she told me that this is what, Canada is not taking people. I should not come. Right? Like, how do you protect yourself from something like that? Because it could be that the person is lying to you, which a lot of times is not because people want to lie to you, but it could be that they are advising you from lack of information, outdated information, or let's say the person had this information now, but because the person got that information 2 years ago, the information is outdated, right? And now they begin to give you another information just because they also don't want to say, you know what, I don't know. I don't know. Because telling people you don't know is one of the biggest things a teacher can do. It's not easy for a teacher to tell you I don't know. It looks as if you don't know this one. You're supposed to know everything now, right? Like sometimes when people come and they'll email me or something, or maybe they're asking me, they'll be like, hey, my brother is going for this undergraduate studies in this. I'll be like, that's not the area of that's not our area of expertise. We work with graduates going through graduate studies. Right? So even if you're a graduate, you want to go for undergrad, we don't even answer you, because I believe that because that is not our area of expertise, advising you will just be like giving you information that is not superior, information you can just get from anywhere, right? But it's not everybody that have the liberty to own up and say, you know what, this thing you're asking me, I don't know about it. It's not everybody that can do that. So you now see a situation where many people are advising you. Even right now that you are listening to this video, just think back to the last 1, 2, 3, 4 persons that advised you on relocation plan or study abroad related stuff. What did they tell you? And under what capacity did they tell you those things? I myself, when I was trying to relocate abroad, right? I remember, and please, I just want you to know that this person I want to talk about now gave me this information based on the fact that this is what they know. Like, I can beat my chest to say the person that gave me that information, which ended up being false information, but the person that gave me that information have my growth at heart, is somebody that I can say, I can trust him, I can trust her. Do you understand? But yeah, they gave me false information. Not because they wanted to give me false information, but because that was what they knew. Right? So the problem is not the people giving you information, but the problem is you getting the information. Where are you going to get your information? Because one thing I noticed in life is that once anything comes to blaming every other person except you, that is not going to change. When you change, the world will change with you. Okay, so if you go to somebody now, your boss in your place of work. Okay, look at the person I was asking. The person I was asking was a renowned dentist who was working in my hospital, right? He's good at his job. So because he's good at his job, I immediately say he must be good on travel abroad thing. But it doesn't always follow. Do they teach you about travel abroad and study abroad in dental school? No, right? So as a dentist, he is a renowned dentist. He knows his onions. But on study abroad matters, he's not the best person for me to go to. You see, but that was the mistake. Getting that information. And now let me tell you, a lot of people, we even, instead of, one, they will not own up when they don't know the information. Two, they may not even know that their information is outdated. Three, despite the fact that they are not expert on this matter, they will go the extra mile to defend that their information is correct. I don't know why humans do that, but humans, we naturally do that. They'll go the extra mile to say, this I'm telling you, I know for sure, I know for sure, I know for sure. They're like, you know for sure. Even you believe it because there's no reason why this person should lie to you. But it's just a natural human thing. Okay, before I go into telling you the best place for you to get your information, the next best place for you to get your information, an alternative place for you to get your information, and other things I'm going to have for you, let me just start by telling you my own story. Like when I wanted to relocate abroad, right? I wanted to go study abroad, and so I was talking to someone that I respect and I still respect. I already gave that disclaimer that this person I can never believe, and I will not believe that this person wants to hurt me, right? Or want to give me fake information. However, I spoke to a colleague, a senior colleague, and I was like, this is what I'm trying to do. You know the way they would just be like, okay, what are you working on? And so he was like, see, you need IELTS before you even start anything. You need IELTS, you need something like GRE. And the person was like, see, I remember one of the universities you are trying to apply to is also university, right? It turns out that the university I was even trying to apply to, the person has a sibling who was studying there. But watch, I did not say the person is studying there. I said the person has a sibling, because your sibling can do things or may have done things. Doesn't mean that that is the gold standard of information, right? That's not the gold standard of information. Plus, I was not talking to this person's sibling. I was talking to the person, which means the sibling may or may not have given him or her all the information. So, say my sibling went to this school for them to go there. They needed IELTS, they needed this, they needed this. So, because of this information, instead of me to proceed with my study abroad process, what did I do? I said to myself, first, I need to write IELTS. Second, I need to write GRE. Imagine. So, I left my study abroad dream and then started focusing on writing exams that I never needed. I never needed in any way. So these are some of the things you have to look out for. All right, now I'm going to say you where is the best place, because you don't want to pass through the things I passed through. You don't want somebody to tell you that you need to first go and kill a lion. You now, instead of proceeding on your dream, you first start asking yourself, where do I see lion? Which forest will I go to? How will I kill the lion? What if the lion kill me? You know, these are questions you ask yourself. but these are things you need to confront. Now let's go to where is the best information. The best source of information for your travel or study abroad route is on the website of the school or website of the country, or like their website is the best source of information. So people don't still know that. Or even sometimes when people ask me questions, I will just send them link. Oh yeah, take care, go and read. They don't want to even read. They just want to read that for me, summarize that one sentence or two, tell me. But that's not necessarily always the best, you know. But so that's the best source of information. Now I understand that there are many people who, for one reason or the other, because if it's who for one reason or the other cannot go through the best source of information. Let me explain why. Because sometimes you will see somebody, okay, you want to travel abroad. Which website will you even search? You know now that going to the website of the school, right, is the best thing for you. Agree. But what school? Even when you know the name of the school, what's their website? You wish somebody would just give you a link. That's why people now start asking me, give me a link, let me go, right? So the whole idea is that people, you're supposed to get the right information from the website of the organization handling that particular thing. That's the gold standard. However, how are you even going to know where to search, what website to look for, what organization to go to their website? Do you see the point? That's where a lot of people now have challenge. So now let me now tell you the next best thing you can do. Knowing fully well that the best thing is for you to go to the websites of the organizations that are involved. Why? If these people were in your country, I would say go to their office. But they're not in your country, so you can't even really go to their office. You can't say, let me go and get visa first, then go to their office, right? You can't. So that best place is the website for you who is doing something that is happening, like you're working with something that is happening in another country. Okay? Now, once you recognize this, next, what else should you tell yourself? How will you know the website? That, as I said, that is where the next challenge comes in. And that is why I now say the next best thing, the next best source of information is to get trained on how to do it. Get trained on how to get the official websites. Get trained on how to know the schools to apply to. On how to know the course. Because, okay, you went to the school, but you don't even know the course you want to go and check. So, since you don't know the course you want to go and check, how are you going to check for it? Do you see the point? So, this is where training comes in. That is why myself, you can see our company logo here. So, that is why Vantage Migration exists. To empower you so that you can leverage on the best source of information, which is the actual direct websites of this school. This is why we don't put ourselves between you and the school. No, that's not what we do. Like, you talk to us, we talk to the school on your behalf. No, because now the information will be filtered. Instead, it's like we take you and you say, okay, this is you now, this is the school. And we say, okay, oh yeah, you see what we are doing? So, as Vantage Migration, we are here, but we are now connecting you so that you have direct access. Like, you will be talking with the professor that is going to supervise you. You will be talking with the graduate coordinator of the program you are going to be applying to. Do you see? That's the difference. Some people think that when they just come to us, please, can you help us talk to the school? No, we don't do that because we want as much as possible remove ourselves so that you can have direct communication, because that is the way to make sure that your information is not adulterated. Your information, nothing have added it. Because people modify information for their own interest. It will just be, you just be naive thinking that everybody is just going to make sure they will not protect their interest, they will protect yours. You are the only person who can protect your interest very, very well. So learn how to protect your interest. I'm telling you, this is why Vantage Migration exists. This is what we do. To connect you to the school, to connect you to everybody you need to be talking to so that you have direct communication with them. And once you're having this direct communication with them, many things can happen. You can negotiate your school fees. When the school say pay 20,000, most of my students will end up paying 10 or 5 or 0 or 15 or 19, meaning anything short of that thing the school say you should pay. Anything short of that you are seeing on the website. Do you see? You can't negotiate that when you are going through an agent. Like when there is somebody in between you and the school. You can't. And I will go on to tell you some of the reasons. Now, as I mentioned, you can get trained so that you know exactly what to do, how to get that information, so that instead of you begging people, I beg now, give me link. You're no longer replying me. Send the link. Your friend that traveled, has he replied you? How many replies did he give you despite all the beg that you begged? You have almost said everything from your mouth, yet no response in the last how many weeks, I mean how many days, right? People are busy. Instead of you to put yourself in a position where you are begging, learn how to get those direct access. It will help you the most. And some people, they'll be like, even if I get the direct access, I don't know what to say to them. We still teach you what to say to them. Right? That's That's why what we do is beautiful. That is why when you see somebody who graduated from Vantage Migration Program, if you see the way they talk, you will think like the way they talk, a normal agent cannot compare. Who have noticed it? If you're watching me live and you have noticed what I'm saying, raise your hand. Raise it. Even, do you know? Okay, recently I had a student that for one reason or the other didn't want to continue with the training, but later she went on to continue with the training. You know, and when we were talking, she mentioned something that made me smile. She said, do you know that even the small one I've taken, when I talk now, my friends will just be looking at me because now I am saying things they've never heard before. This was what motivated her to say, you know what, despite everything that is happening, despite everything, despite her challenges, despite the challenges, she's still going to put her energy in to make sure she finishes the training. Okay, I see people raising their hands. I hope that if somebody is watching this live, they will be able to see. If you're watching it as a replay, you won't see the hands or people commenting. All right? All right. Rita, you can chat us inbox. Rita is asking a question. Rita, you can chat us inbox, please. So that's the best thing to do. Okay, so when you see people who actually brought out their time, I'm not saying somebody that just waka past Vantage Migration now feel like as soon as you pass us, ooh, the knowledge will just enter your head. Ooh, you will shake. No, that's not how it works. So if you see somebody that have taken Vantage Migration training and they actually attended the training, took notes, did assignments, bring them and any agent, they will wash the agent down. Because many people that call themselves agents, I'm not talking bad about agent. Let me warn you ahead of time, right? There are some agents that know what they are doing. True or false? True. We already know. So we're not talking about them. But many people that call themselves agents today started that thing because they need money to do one thing. They will not say, okay, I feel help students and all that thing. They don't have any form of training. So what they have is confidence. You will just believe. So when you come to maneuvering things, they can't do it. Not even that they don't want to do it for you. Do you understand? They can't do it. They can't do it. When you see Vantage Migration students, especially those ones I bring here to interview, which they are not successful, if you hear them talk, even you will marvel. Even myself, I used to marvel when someone will be like, the school said this, I said this. And it translates into what they do. Starting from application time, the time they are traveling, even after they arrive in their schools. Many students have told me how the training they took at Vantage Migration assisted them with getting job when they arrived because of the way they've prepared their CV and everything. How it helped them to get more scholarship because they were able to negotiate with the school. So many advantages. You get trained. There is no substitute for that. But now, I know. Everybody on the surface of the earth cannot get trained. If not for any reason, because they will not want to. All right? So there are alternatives. However, so those alternatives, what are they? If you think that you need somebody to represent you, okay? Which is the agency service. You need somebody to represent you, which is the agency service. One thing I will advise you to do is go for people that are licensed. Let's say you can go to a licensed immigration consultant for that particular country. Now, let me warn you. Don't go to for example, a licensed immigration consultant for Canada and you're asking them about UK. You remember when I said that your source of information may not even be as problematic as the mistake you are making asking somebody who is not specialized in something about that thing, right? So if you want to relocate to UK, you can go to immigration consultants or something for UK. Same thing if you want to do Canada for Canada, right? And one thing you are going to now notice is that means if you want to consider the three countries equally, let's say UK or Europe, any country in Europe, then US, then Canada, maybe let's add Australia, right? So let's just say roughly 4. So if you want to consider 4, then you may end up having to talk to 4 consultants because many of the consultants focus on a particular country. All right? Which is another advantage of getting trained, because when we train you, we don't train you to be able to access Canada or UK or US. We train you to be able to access them all. Right? So you already see you are going to be solving a lot of headache for yourself. But let's say that, as I say, you want to go for an alternative to doing it yourself. That alternative, make sure you are talking to a registered consultant, immigration consultant, not just somebody who just woke up yesterday and put on their profile, we help students. You will even be seeing it. 10 followers, 100 followers. Suddenly, a page was opened 2 weeks ago. Now you want to hand your future and that of your family to them. Be careful. So the alternative is talk to consultants, talk to lawyers. And let me give you an example. You don't want to be talking to a lawyer in Nigeria about immigration to Canada. Do you see what I mean? You want to talk to a licensed lawyer in Canada about immigration to Canada. So one thing you first notice is that you go pay tire. You go pay tire. Even consultation. I don't know if you have ever tried to do consultation with a license. Consultation alone. Some people even charge $100, $150 for 1 hour consultation. True or false? Or your comments. True or false? You comment. If you have any experience with what I'm saying, drop your comment so that others will see. Because if I'm saying it looks like she don't begin the talk again. Let me know whether I'm the only one that is seeing it. If you want to talk to a lawyer or licensed consultant, you want to consult them on what you want to do. You've not started. You just want to consult. Let's know. This thing that people will call me and my family want travel. I will advise, do this. If you want to do it with a lawyer or an immigration consultant, you go pay. Do you see? There's no free consultation anywhere. And the ones that will give you for free are the ones that don't know what they are doing. And I'm going to tell you the true cost of false information, the true cost of fake information. Now, I already told you the best, which is the school website or country website. The next best, which is you getting trained. You getting trained on how to do it by yourself, which is where Vantage Migration comes in. The third one is go for, if you decide that you want people to represent you, go for licensed immigration consultants, licensed lawyers in that country, in a specific country. Don't go and be asking somebody licensed for Canada about UK matters. They will just discourage you, right? Because the person doesn't really deal with UK. So they're not like, don't worry, Canada is better. But what's the reason for making that choice? You don't know. But the real reason is because she cannot help you when it comes to UK. She can only help you when it comes to Canada. So what do you want her to tell you? UK is better. I don't know if you get my point. So you cannot say that the information they will have about other countries are objective. You can't say that. All right. So now we've already said that the alternative but expensive alternative is for you to talk to registered immigration consultant. One thing I want to tell you is this: whenever you are thinking of somebody who will represent you, try your best to get a second opinion. What I mean by second opinion is you see an agent will tell you, this year they are not taking people. Don't go and fold your arms and say, my agent tell me say this year they are not taking people low. No, you've destroyed yourself. Don't blame the agent, blame yourself. Blame yourself. Because what can you do? Get a second opinion. Even if it means talking to 2 different agents, that's how you get a second opinion. This one say you can't travel now until next year. Okay. You go and meet another agent, pay another consultation fee maybe, and say, don't tell them this person said we can't travel now. But what do you say? Don't say that. Just tell them everything afresh again. Then they will give you their own opinion, unadulterated. Say, from what is happening, you can't travel till next year. You'll not be like, okay, both of them are saying the same thing. Right? So get a second opinion when you're looking for people to represent you is good. So that you are not working with the limitation. Everybody have their limitation. You're not working with the limitation of the agency you went to meet. We've already told you it's better for you to do it by yourself because nobody will represent you more than you represent yourself. But depending on what you prefer, because I always love to give alternatives, because I know that one thing will not work for everybody. Now, what is the true cost? What is the true cost of going to just go and meet people to represent you? The first one is an exaggerated cost. Exaggerated cost. Let me explain. It is true and known. I'm just opening. You know when they say breeze blow, fan yash open. Sorry, breeze blow, fan yash open. I'm just opening. Agents especially agents who help you with admission, right? They get a cut from the school. What does that mean? Even if there is a cheaper school, they will not take you there because the cut is a percentage of your school fees. It's a percentage of your school fees. So that means if the person take you to a $40,000 school fees school, they will get higher percentage compared to if they take you to a $20,000 school fees, right? Because the percentage is the same. Meaning there is a motive for the person. There is an encouraging motive for that person, right? To take you to a higher school fees. So you don't expect that the agent will help you get a cheap school or the cheaper school in your field. Don't expect it. Because it is not in their best interest. If they give you the one of $20,000, you will still pay. If they give you the one of $40,000, you will still pay. So why give you the lower one and reduce their commission? Does not make sense. Think if you leave agents now, leave agents. You that you are looking at me now, if you were in a position where you get a commission for referring people to us or to anybody, will you rather refer them to the cheap program or you refer them to the costly program? Confess. Type your confession now. Type it. Let's be sure. Because sometimes when we say it, it looks like, do you mean agents are evil? No. Agents are doing their work and they have to eat. My dear, this is their work. Oh. For them to do what they are doing, they have to eat. So it's very, very legal. There's nothing illegal about it. It is you who decide what is going to happen. Gilbert is laughing. About my question. Gabriel, answer the question. If you are the one who eats on commission, will you refer your clients to the cheap program or to the costly program? Say, because truth is bitter, eh? Truth is bitter. You will refer, even if I was an agent today, I will refer you to the costly program. I will refer you to the costly program because why should I refer you to the cheap one? The only reason we can give you cheap program is because whether your school fees is on scholarship, we don't have a cut. If it is $1,000, we don't have a cut. If it is $100,000, we don't have a cut. Therefore, we will prefer now to refer you to the cheap one. Do you understand my point? Or to give you the one that is scholarship. Or introduce you to scholarship. Because we don't have a cut. Now, let me tell you why agents cannot even be helping you get scholarship. Because if they help you get scholarship, then they don't even get a cut from that runaround that they are doing. Because you are not paying the school. Because the commission they are going to get is from the school fees you pay. So if you don't even pay school fees, you get scholarship. Remember, getting scholarship means the commission is reduced. Talk less of full scholarship means zero. They will not eat anything. If you are the one, will you do that? Ask yourself, because when we talk, it looks like you are saying agents are evil. Agents are doing what they need to do to survive. It is a survival mechanism, and they have to do it. And I'm in support that they should do it. Because if I'm an agent today, I'll do the same. I'm telling you, I'll do the same. If you that you want to blame agents now, if you're an agent today, you will do the same. Bet you do the same. You do the same. Because the bigger your commission, the better for you and your family, right? So, by giving you programs with exaggerated costs, the real problem is not what they are doing. But you will not see somebody that will be like, if the school fees was $10,000, I would have been able to pay. But now that it's 20, now that it's 25, I can't pay. Let me go and start saving 2 more years. So the real cost of working with agents is that a lot of time, because the cost will be exaggerated, you will have to defy your dream for 1 more year, 2 more years, or more. Sometimes within that 1 year, 2 years, you will forget the dream. So I spoke to agent, the cost they called, I don't even think this is possible. Let me and my family just be doing what we're doing. Do you get? So because of exaggerated costs, a lot of people lose their dream. They don't even continue. That is one cost. So you have to understand the cost of choosing somebody to represent you instead of doing it yourself. Now, the second cost is the cost of false information, which can, especially when you meet bad agents. Good agents will give you true information. It's just that the cost will be exaggerated, right? Because they need their commission, which is very okay. Bad agents, apart from their commission, they can give you false information. When I say bad agent, means they don't even have the experience. They don't even know what to do. They just want to dabble in, right? Now, what is, let me give you an example. Somebody messaged me today, which was what inspired this topic. Let me tell you, it was the person's email inspired this topic. The lady messaged me and said her husband has HND, and an agent, not me talk, and the person will email me talk this thing, said the agent told them that because her husband has HND, he cannot travel with family abroad. They will not even give him visa. Therefore, what did the family do? They relaxed. So this lady messaged me because of the, I don't know if you saw it, if you're watching live. All right? If you saw it, when I did a video recently about HND people and how they can get admission and all that. That was why the person sent me an email. An agent already told them that because they have HND, they cannot proceed. False information. Obviously, which I know is a quack agent, right? False information. But the real cost of the false information is that it prevents you from moving on in your dream. Because now you feel that it is not possible. It won't work for you. You see? So, exaggerated cost can make you defy your dream because you're trying to save up something that you will have gotten scholarship for or study loan for. False information can make you stop your dream. Now, the other one is convenient information. All right? Convenient information. What do I mean by that? During COVID, for example, during the pandemic, some people, not someone, there were a lot of people. So a lot of these quack agents, they are good agents. We already know, right? They are good agents. So I'm talking about the quack agents now. A lot of the quack agents did not know how to navigate the pandemic situation. You know what they told a lot of their customers? Yes, we're in COVID now. The world is on lockdown. Nobody is traveling. I'm telling you, so there were lots of people who assumed and agreed that because there was lockdown for 1 year to 2 years, they did not hear from their agents and they were waiting. 2 years gone. Meanwhile, I have students who were able to start online, and as soon as, in fact, because they were still allowing students to travel, even though they were not allowing other people to travel. I have a lot of students who relocated at the middle of the pandemic. Because students' travel were never halted. You see? Even some that chose not to travel, eventually traveled at the end, but they were allowed to start online. And the online education never compromised the ability to work after they graduate, because Canada gave that information, for example, and many other countries too. So, convenient information. Why do I call it convenient information? Because the agent don't know. Because they don't know, they'll just tell you what is convenient. Tell you something to suit you, to pat you at the back so that you don't complain. To make it feel like it is not them or it is the situation. But it is a convenient information. Yet, it destroyed some people's dream. You see? So, what I will say to you is this. Do whatever you can to get the right information, including paying for it. If you decide that you want somebody to represent you and you want to go with a licensed immigration consultant, a practicing lawyer in that country, go for it. Pay for their consultation services. Pay for their services. It is worth it. Me, myself, if I have to do something like that and I don't know what to do, I'm busy, I will go with maybe an immigration lawyer or a licensed immigration consultant. I will do it. Right? If I don't know how to go about such and I'm not interested, maybe because I'm going to be so busy doing something else that is impossible, pay for the right information. Do whatever it takes to get the right information. Because what we call cheap information or not even paid, said like free information, sometimes it can have the effect that will cost you more than the amount you will have paid for the true information. So do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to get the information you need, right? Because what will it profit you? Let's say you say immigration lawyer is charging you $200 just to talk to you, not the service. When you now finish talking to him or her, you will not say, okay, this is what you will do. Then they will not give you the charges for those things, right? Which you know is usually hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. And it's totally okay. I'm not complaining about that. But one thing I want you to know is that what will it profit you to save? You save $1,000, but you do not relocate abroad. What will it profit you? What will it profit you? And for the records, if you see otherwise, come and let me know. There is no agent or lawyer that will help you to get 100% full scholarship. If you see them, please let me know. Me too. I want to refer my students to them, right? Like, I don't even, no need for work to be killing me. I'll just give them some. If you see agents or immigration, licensed or unlicensed, that is helping people get 100% full scholarship, in fact, even 50% full scholarship, please let me know. I want to have them on my network so that I'll also be informed. Because somebody will say, oh, you don't know, now why you talk? Thank you. You will know. I need you to send me an email with the right names. Send me an email. Instead of criticizing, send me an email with the right names. Let me go and contact them too. Right? Right? So if you are looking for scholarship, you want to fund your relocation plan with scholarship, full scholarship. You see people we post on our wall, right? Partial scholarship. Any form of scholarship at all. Or you want to benefit from study loan. You better learn how to do it yourself. You better learn how to do it yourself. You better learn how to do it yourself. Because if you think about it, you are still going to, any registered person will charge you more than you will take to do a training. Any registered person will charge you more than that. Check, confirm. Confirm because they say seeing is believing. Any registered person will charge you more than what it takes for you to get trained. Advantage migration. Meanwhile, you getting trained, you can use it for yourself. You can get full scholarship. You can get study loan. You can help your wife. You can help your husband. You can help your siblings. You can help your cousin if you so have the time. You can help your friend if you so have the time. Except it is impossible. Let me tell you, we have bank managers, different people, business owners, very busy people, priests, pastors, taking our training. So if you say you are too big, mothers with 3 children, we even have some that have relocated already. So and some of these mothers, they are also working. So if you truly say there's no time, think about it twice. Because it could really be that it's not about time. It's just that you're not really interested in relocation yet. It's possible. But feel free, because life is full of choices. Feel free. If you want somebody to represent you, just make sure you go for the right person. Else, learn how to represent yourself by yourself. Which is what? Where Vantage Migration coming. And for people that are saying, okay, how do I start? You can start with our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca, just to understand how it works, what is this about, scholarship, study, all those things, just to understand, to have that preliminary information with which you can then decide whether this is for you or not, right? And we work with graduates only. So if you're an undergraduate, this video is not for you. We work with graduates only who want to relocate and would love to take the study abroad route, because it is the fastest, easiest, and surest way to relocate abroad right now. I'm sure you already know. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, I want to take questions. Please, preferably, ask me questions that are related to what we are talking about. That will be helpful to keep the conversation focused. Okay? What questions do you have about the things that I've said or the things I talked about in this video? I would love to explain further, because sometimes maybe you are talking, you may not even know that you have lost one or two persons or you've lost the person you were talking to because they did not understand what you were saying. So I always love to take questions. That way it gives me the opportunity to clarify anything that is missing. Somebody says, say it again. Do you mean I should give the link again? So here's the link: www.vantagemigration.ca. Please, you can take a screenshot. That way you won't be trying to remember it or trying to type it out. www.vantagemigration.ca. So that's the link, all right? Please, what questions would you like me to clarify for them? Let me see. Drop your questions, okay? Somebody said, beside Canada, what country can I get partial scholarship for bachelors? We handle university graduates only. We handle university graduates only, right? Yeah. Somebody said, one moment. Let me look at the questions. Someone said, what's the total cost of training? Start from the free webinar, which I showed you the link now. Because I always say, if you don't even have time to attend the free webinar, how can you even have time for anything paid? Start from the free webinar, complete it. When you now complete it, you'll be able to decide whether you want to proceed or not. I will also show you how to contact us from there. Let's look at more. Please, if you have questions, drop it. I'll be happy to take them and clarify, okay? Somebody said, like, how much will it cost me to school overseas? So what you need to know is that the cost varies widely, that it is difficult for you to plan for it. You can go from not paying anything to paying up to $50,000 to $100,000, right? From not paying anything. So you see what I mean? So when somebody says, give me a budget, they've assumed that they will not get scholarship. They've assumed that they will not get study loan, which is not true. Which is not true. So I want you to know, it varies from you not paying anything to you paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. What will determine what you will pay is the information you have. Is the information you have. Like when I studied in University of Waterloo, I studied on full scholarship. So my school fees on University of Waterloo website was 20-something thousand a year, right? Was 20-something a year. But as an individual, I was paying nothing. The school was paying me every month because I was on scholarship. Do you see what I mean? So when somebody says, give me the budget, they are still talking to me with the mindset that I'm an agent who is going to get them paid school fees, right? You have to understand that we teach you so that you will be able to identify all the schools. Then you will decide what you want. And even apart from deciding what you want, you almost can never know how much you will spend until the admissions come out and you decide the one you are choosing, and the country and the city and so many things. So it's not a specific figure. And when somebody gives you a specific figure, they just want to give you something to calm your mind. It has nothing to do with reality. Okay? Now let's look at more questions. Please drop your questions. Someone is saying that to get full partial or study or I think the person is trying to say to get full or partial scholarship or study loan, is it after or before the admission? You are supposed to think about them before the admission. You are supposed to apply to the schools that qualify for study loan or qualify for scholarship. So you see, so even though those things are coming at either when you are getting the admission or after you have gotten the admission, you have to think of them before. Arrange them, know the school you apply. The common mistake that people make is that they get admission, then they come and meet us. Hey, Vantage Migration, please, can you show us how to get study loan? Most times, the school they apply to is not even loan eligible. Or, I've gotten my admission, can you show us how to get scholarship? The school they apply to, a lot of students get the scholarship. The scholarship is written on the admission letter. Most of our students get their scholarship written on the admission letter, meaning If you have already gotten admission before you start looking for scholarship, it's almost like you are wasting 50% of the chance. For some people, that is the only option they will have. But a lot of other people have other options, better options. All right? Let's see. Questions. Somebody say, can I use HND certificate for masters in Canada? I would say no, but I would say that you are safer going for PGD in Canada. Then, you can also go for masters direct with your HND in UK or US. So, don't force, like, some people again, one mistake they make is that instead of them to aim to understand how it works and then see how to position themselves, they already have a preconceived mindset of what to do, and then they're like, this country must take me like this. I remember a student that told me that she's looking for study loan, and the study loan must come in a particular school in UK. I said, there are other schools that have this same program, or even other countries that can give you the same thing, but at least other schools. She said, no, it is that particular school that she has looked at the curriculum of the school. This thing happened in real life. I swear many times on this video, but don't let me swear again. It happened real life. She said she wants the school to give her the admission and to give her, for her to get scholarship or studying from the school compulsory. I say, yeah. Is your father the vice chancellor of the school? Even if he was. Do you get? Don't be like that. You have to be like, what they call this, like a dough. You know dough, when you are trying to bake cake, you know that thing? It's like you are fluidy. You understand how it works, then you position yourself. If you have HND, don't go and start forcing. You must get masters in Canada. You must get masters. It must be in Canada. It must be with your HND. Apply for PGD. Or go to UK, apply for masters. Or go to US, apply for masters. You see? These are options. Even if you are looking for study loan that will help you fund your program, the country will then differ. Like, because this country can give you study loan, this one may not give you the type of loan you are looking for. Or you can even say, oh, if I can get cheap tuition, I can pay for myself. You say, okay, this country will be easier for you compared to this country. So it's not something that, bam, there's one answer. It is different, even for different people. Because the same, another person, like Babatunde asked that question about HND. Another person may have HND, and there's a reason they want to go to US. There's a reason they want to go to UK, or there's a reason they have to come to Canada, right? The choices will differ. So there's no one size fits all, which is the essence of the training. Because when you understand it, then you can apply it for your own self. All right, let's look at questions. Somebody say, how can we contact you guys after webinar? What of August meeting? If we sent you an invite for August meeting, read the email. All the instructions are there. If we did not send you an invite for August meeting, sorry, if for someone watching this video may be wondering, just ignore. I'm just replying to Okechukwu. Okechukwu, this is for you. If you got an invite, read the email. The step-by-step instruction is there. If you did not get the invite, wait. If any slots remain, we're going to open it to the public. That time you can see it. That is question 1. The second question you asked is, how can we contact you after the webinar? So if you finish the webinar, you can contact us on Instagram directly at Dr. Linda Iheme. Is a verified page, please. So contact us on Instagram, chat us inbox, and we'll be able to take it up from there. Okay? So now let's look at the next question. Someone said, what of people that have degree of 3 years certificate? Can they also study abroad? They can. I will advise that you apply to a place like UK, because UK is less sensitive with your degree type or your grade. So let's say you have BSc 3 years, but you want to do masters. We are more likely to get admission in UK, followed by US, and much more less compared to Canada. So that person now, that you see why I keep saying there's no best country. The best country is best for individual persons. So the lady who has 3 years work, 3 years certificate, her best country, in my opinion, would be UK. If she says that she really needs loan, she has zero money, her best country will immediately change to become US. You see, Canada will carry last in that person's profile. But that same person, if the person say, I have 3 years certificate, I must go for masters and it must happen in Canada. Problem. Alternatively, they can apply for a PGD program in Canada. That will work. Okay, let's look at the next question. Somebody say, how can someone get loan to start studying masters in UK? There are different types of loan. For UK, we can show you how to get proof of funds loan. So you can start with the free webinar which I showed. Do you want me to show it again? You can start with the free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. okay, www.vantagemigration.ca, and after that you chat us inbox at Dr. Linda Iheme on Instagram and we'll take it up from there. Okay, let's look at the next question. Someone said, Chamaka is saying, can we really get a job that will pay us enough to pay up the study loan? Yes, because most of the study loan, they will spread it for you. Like if you have money, then you can pay it off. But otherwise, they spread it for you for like maybe 10 years. Maybe you'll be paying peanuts compared to what you borrowed. And they'll spread it for years. But even though they're spreading it for years, you have the opportunity to pay it off. The moment you start, you have big jobs. In fact, a lot of them will even, maybe they'll just pay something small just to keep it going. Then when you graduate, they will now put it. And you're not going to, people who have taken study loan don't have problem paying it back, except they are naturally people. You know, there are some people that if you give them something, even you now, as you are, yeah, I'm sure there are 1 or 2 people in your life that when you borrow them something, even if you borrow them 5 shillings, 15 naira, they won't give you back. 500 CDs, you never hear from them again. You know, right? There are people like that. So except you are like that when people borrow you something, you never want to give it back to them. But if you are like me, let me put it, I'm the best person to owe anybody, really. Because I hate to owe people. Hey, I hate it. I hate to owe people, to be disturbing me at night. So if you're like me, who never want to even owe anybody, that if I just get money, I want to pay off my loan, if there's anyone I'm owing. If you're like that, then you don't have problem. Believe me, you don't have problem. Let's see more questions. Oh, someone said, can someone who is not married yet but planning to relocate with her spouse start the process before marriage, or he has to wait till after marriage? You can start the process before marriage, and you should start the process before marriage. When you now get married and there's a paper, particularly fees, even if you have already traveled, you can you can then submit your information to the embassy and say, oh, my wedding held so date. How will they know you are telling the truth? Because it will show that the day you submitted, I'm just giving an example, the day you submitted application for your visa versus the day you got married, they are different, right? So they will see that the marriage happened after the visa was given. So even if you have to relocate before you get married, it's not a problem. Now, if you just want to, if you want to start the process, because it takes you 6 months to 1 year to plan everything, but you may be getting married, let's just say in 6 months' time. Don't wait to get married first before you start. Start. Because most of the things that you will do does not involve your spouse until you get to visa stage. If you're getting admission, it's not they won't ask you whether you're married or single self. They won't ask you. So you continue. You apply to the school, you get the admission, you get the supervisor, you do this. And that was actually what I started my admission process before I got married. But I traveled after I've gotten married. Do you get? So by the time, if you know my story very well, I've mentioned it that my fiancé, my spouse, who was then my fiancé, was my accountability partner. So the whole point is this, that you can start the process before marriage, and you should. Don't wait to get married first, because even if you relocate before you get married, there's no problem with that. All you have to do is add the information as soon as you have it. Okay, now let's go to, can someone who graduated 2007 apply for admission and scholarship abroad? Yes, age does not matter for study abroad. Let me ask you, because when I say this, I love to take it back to common sense, because common sense is something we all have, right? So you don't even need to be an expert to understand something when it is set from the common sense perspective. Have you seen anybody who tells any other person, don't apply for masters because you are 50 years? Have you seen? Don't apply for masters because you are 40 years. Does it make sense? It does not happen. So nobody cares about your age. Now, because you studied long time ago, there's something you have that a lot of people don't have. Strong industry experience. You must be able to show the school how what you've been doing within that period, which is part of the things we show you how to do. What do I mean by showing you how to do? We show you how to organize your CV so that when admission committee see it, it's like they should lick you like banana. I'm telling you. They'll be like, we need this person, because they try to diversify. Sometimes, like in a class of 25, for example, some people will be new graduates. Some people will be like people that have started working there. Some people will be people in my PhD class. A woman has retired. Like, she was an occupational health personnel. She did her career, retired. She was 50 something. Then she came to do PhD in aging health and well-being, which was my class. In my class. Do you get? So, nobody tell you not to start your process because of age. Nobody tells you that. Now, let's look at the next question. Someone was asking me about strike in their school. We don't handle undergraduates. So, please, if you're an undergraduate, look for... This was the advice I started with. Don't ask people who are not experts in what you're looking for information, because there's a tendency for them to give you, for them not to make you feel bad, so they give you information that may not even necessarily be the best for you. Look for a company that works with undergraduates and talk with them. They will give you the right information you need, and you move from there. Okay? Somebody said, I want PhD in environmental studies. I did there, yes, there. And environmental studies is easiest place to get scholarship, full scholarship. Somebody said, it means that somebody that graduated in 2013 cannot do masters in Canada. If no, which country? I never said they cannot do. Wow. I was saying the exact opposite of this. Let me assume that the person wrote this before they heard that other portion, so I'm going to skip it. Somebody said, I have low CGPA. Can the person study in Canada? Yes, you can. And Canada is not the only country where you can study. You can study anywhere. I studied education psychology. Can I study masters? There are so many programs you can study depending on your education and what your work experience. So I'm not going to go on answering this. Attend this webinar www.vantagemigration.ca so that you even understand more. Obviously, it's like you are far from the rest of the sheep, the person that asked that question. So please start by attending this free webinar so that you even understand. Because specifically at the webinar, I remember we decided that we're going to even talk about this whole nursing matter, because a lot of people do that. But let me give you an example. If somebody don't have nursing background, they want to do nursing, one place they can study is UK, because UK tend to have all this like adult nursing program, like where you'll be able to do masters in nursing, all right, without nursing background. I don't advise you to apply for that, but if that is what you desire, think of UK. If you do such a thing for Canada, you get admission denial. Even if your admission is provided, you are likely to still get visa denial, because Canada is very sensitive to things like that. But attend that webinar so that you get to learn more. All right, my people, I'm going to be leaving you now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you enjoyed the video, all I'm asking you to do is to copy the link to this video and send it to your trusted friend via WhatsApp. Tell the friend, listen to this woman. You can follow her more on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, wherever you copied the link from. All right, because I'm sure you are still going to copy the link from somewhere. So please do that, because your friends may be happy to hear about the best source of information for travel abroad or study abroad related matters. Okay, so copy the link to this video. That is the task I'm giving to you for enjoying this video with me. Look at how much time I brought out to spend to explain this thing step by step. So what I'm asking you in return is what? Copy the link to this video and send it to a trusted friend who is interested. It could be a male or female who is interested in relocation abroad or study abroad, whatever they may be interested in. They may have talked to you about it before, right? Serious people. And if you're an undergraduate, don't bother. Just like the video and keep moving. I'm talking about graduates. So you see this person is a graduate. The person is male or female, wanting to relocate abroad or to study abroad. They may want to go alone or they may want to go with family. One thing you know is that they will benefit from knowing the best place to get information or how to go about it, isn't it? I'm sure your answer is yes. So send them the link to this video and ask them to follow that link. They can actually watch the video and watch other videos that we've done in the past. That's at least one way. It's like community work. One way we can spread this information so that more people will get the right information they need to fulfill their dreams. All right? Join me to spread the word. Take good care of yourself. I never got the opportunity to introduce myself, huh? My name is Dr. Linda Iheme, and I'm an education consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad on how to do that successfully through the study abroad route. We teach them how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, so many of these things that you're not going to get in any other place, and everything they really need in order to successfully relocate. If you go ahead to check our page, check our channel or something, you're going to see videos and testimonials and whatever you need. You're going to see a lot of it. People who have exactly the same situation. They have kids, they are single, they are married, they don't have kids yet, they have 5, they have 3. Whatever your situation is, you are going to definitely see somebody who have benefited from our training, who have succeeded because of it, despite everything against them. All right, so this is what we do, and from time to time we come online and make a video like this, where we actually take a problem that people face and we dismantle it, so that, because we believe that the right information will definitely help you any day, anytime. Remember the task. Copy the link to this video and share it with your friend who is interested in relocating abroad or studying abroad. Share it with them via WhatsApp. I'm very specific. All right? Take good care of yourself till I see you again.